Consumer Quarterback Show. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
Hey, we're back in studio here. Brandon Rhymes, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We love to help you win in any marketplace. Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you may need it. It's 813-750-0550. Call the hotline, 813-750-0550. If you want to support the show, support any of our expert contributors, these fine folks that we bring in. They are vetted. They support the country. They support the show here as well and the local economy here in Tampa Bay. So support the show, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. And here's another great example of a great company to support, Veteran Gutters. Brandon Porter and his team, American-made product right here in the great U.S. of A. He served our country. Veteran Gutters, Brandon Porter. So reach out to Brandon if you're thinking about adding gutters onto your home or business and get that water away from your foundation. It's not good to have water sitting around your foundation. And we are back here in studio. We like to tell you about some of our hot real estate listings here in Tampa Bay. My wife Lindsay and I own a top-ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay, and we have our properties that we feature on the program. So we've got a property here, 11724 172nd Avenue in Largo, I believe it was, Jonathan, the one that we have. So this is a great opportunity, here, 132nd Avenue in Largo. It's over an acre of land in Pinellas County. So if you are in real estate or a developer, if you understand, an acre of land in Pinellas County is very hard to come by. This property actually has 2 single-family structures on it, so you've got an inventory income opportunity built in. 1,202 square feet on one property. It's 3-bedroom, 1-bath. 730 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath on the other. But it's perfect for builders and developers and entrepreneurs because you're close to the beach, you're minutes to the beach, and it's also an opportunity to rent out the property while you're getting your zoning in place, while you're getting your approvals from Pinellas County zoning and approvals while you're building development or putting those ideas out. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, so Thomas King's in the house, Florida Firearms Academy. I love having Thomas in. He's such a great networker too. He does a great job networking in the community. He is plugging in and playing in a lot of different areas. And somebody said he's going to be the next mayor of Oldsmar, I think, or something like that. The Chamber of Commerce Person of the Year, Person of the Year, and whatnot. But always bringing great guests in, and so we'll spend a little bit of time here with Kathy McGuire, vocal4media.com. You said a term earlier that kind of stuck in my mind. It was something about entertainment.
Power of advertainment.
Thomas is almost like a walking advertainment. I mean, this guy, he's great to network with. He's got a great personality, and he introduces
great
cool
stories
people. Great
too.
stories.
He's really good engaging. His engaging personality.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's right.
So that's completely comfortable around him talking absolutely about anything.
Great networker, great person all around. And so tell us a little about the Vocal 4 Media and what you've got. I know you have a cool event coming up too that you're putting on.
Right. So Vocal 4 Media is my boutique marketing agency, and before COVID,
BC,
because as all performers, people who understand performers, especially I was not only a performer, I was doing events. I was working with the hospitality industry, so it was kind of this trifecta of woo.
Yeah,
we were booming in January and February. I had obtained my talent agency license the previous year and was getting ready to launch. a showcase and shows my themed show brands targeting the 55 plus communities. That's my favorite community. I'm 55 now, so I'm actually part of that.
That's a great community to be helping because they're getting hurt right now big time.
Yeah, and so when COVID happened, everything just went, and literally, from that Black Friday to Monday, everything was just shut down.
Yeah.
Within a week, it was completely shut down.
Yeah.
So during last year, I spent a lot of time working on marketing for small businesses that got on Zoom with people and helped them out with their websites and their branding. Learned a little bit about virtual broadcasting and how to do virtual shows. We actually did some virtual shows. We did some really interesting ones. We did when things opened back up a little bit, we did a skating rink. DJ show at a skating rink with Flash Entertainment Network with Dave Flash Morgan, who's well known in the Tampa Bay industry as a DJ, and we did some fun stuff. We did some live band stuff at some venues. So, and then things started to open back up, and I wasn't really sure how much I wanted to do events again, but sometimes it's not really your plan. And so through a series of circumstances, I ended up at Wild River Brewing Company with my comedy shows and working with Michael Murillo and Pat Largo. And they would book the comedians, and I developed the format of the show. And part of that was using the power of advertainment and bringing in sponsors. I joined the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce and Working Women of Tampa Bay, and was able to bring in sponsors, and they would bring their friends and have a good time. And before I knew it, the shows would be 75% full back in February and March and April, which things were still kind of shut down then. The venue's been great. The food is fantastic. It's a great location near West Chase, which is kind of that centralized location. If you live in Pinellas or wherever you live, you can get to easily.
Yep.
The owners are fantastic. So for an event person, having great food, great service, and great owners is
great beer too.
Great beer, great craft beer.
Brewing company.
Actually. So so that kind of how that happened. And one night we were talking about my theme shows. I said I'd really love to do my theme shows and bring them back here. And the owner's British. So my boyfriend, who's a huge James Bond fan, Jay Lesher, who happens to be in the craft beer industry, he's known as Jay the Welder. He's good friends with the Wells, and he opens his mouth and says, no, don't do a night at the movies. You should do a James Bond theme show. And I'm thinking, I don't have that yet. And I walk in the venue a few days later, and Derek comes out and says, we're doing the James Bond show Friday, August 27th, 2 days after Sean Connery's birthday, and I'm wearing a kilt with my tuxedo. And that's how it started. So it's kind of more from there. It's turned into a very high-profile black tie event, very exclusive. We have a Casino Royale that's benefiting Canine Heroes for Our Heroes, which is an organization that provides service animals to veterans and first responders. And then we have a Tap Snap photo booth, which Florida Firearms Academy is sponsoring that, so you can come and take your pictures. It's all digital, which is really cool.
And we're giving away a shotgun too.
And then we're doing raffles and stuff, and he's part of that, and he's doing a shotgun. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and plus the 007 Orchestra.
That's right.
So did I catch this right? Friday, August 27th.
Yes.
We got the website, by the way, anightwith007.com at Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Black
That's going to be a lot
tie.
of fun.
Got to wear a black
event.
tie or your nice gown.
Nice.
And you're going to be gambling, right? It's a whole
there's the casino thing,
and then it's a 3-course meal.
Yes.
And then drinks.
Martinis.
Martini.
Featuring
Well,
martinis.
of course,
You gotta
you gotta
have
have
martinis.
The money goes
Are they
to
shaking?
the Canine Heroes for
Yes.
Our Heroes. So
The
what a great
proceeds
cause.
from-
Support.
Yes.
A lot of veterans love this station, support this station. This is a great family station with Salem Media. We even have our replay on FM 102.5 The Bone. So two great audiences that listen to us from those perspectives. So reach out, and we'd love to talk to you, put you in touch with Kathy and her team. A night for with 007.com. Of course, consumerqb.com. You can always reach us there at consumerqb.com. When we come back, more with Thomas King and Kathy as well. Kathy McGuire. Man's free lawn service, mowing service is growing at an overwhelming rate is our feel-good story of the day. We'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon, ready to start the second half? All right, stand by, everybody.
Five, four, three, two, one.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, or investing. Also hiring right now. We're looking for a couple good agents to join our team. We would love to talk to you. Platinum MVP team.kw.com, 813-750-0550. Call or text the hotline. Any questions, comments you have about the show, or any introductions that you need, we would love to connect with you. We've got about 50 plus show partners, 80 different categories of consumer advocate content and advice, attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, solar companies, all types of great home service companies related to the program here that can help you understand your buying decisions, but also help educate and take it a step further into advocacy. We want to be an advocate to help you understand and then not lose money and not fall victim to some of these different contracting companies, different scams out there. So reach out to the hotline. We'd love to talk to you. 813-750-0550. Call or text that line. It's an off-air number. And I want to give a shout out to Discovery Golf Cars right here in Tampa Bay. They've got two locations, Clearwater and Tampa locations, formerly known as Golf Cart Depot. And for business or recreation, what a great time. It seems like everybody's getting a golf car these days. Lots of makes and models to choose from. Easy Go, Star EV, Cushman. They offer new and pre-owned. You can rent or buy, and they also have financing and mobile repair. Reach out to Discovery Golf Cars. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent ya. All right, one of my favorite listings here, 1200 Gulf Boulevard, number 1805. This is a beautiful property on Sand Key. This is over on South Clearwater Beach there. Beautiful property. Again, this is like living in a resort. There's resort-style amenities. Beautiful property here. 3-bedroom suites. You have an office as well. 2 Gulfside balconies, 1,100 square foot terrace with gazebo, and you have views of the Gulf of Mexico, the intercoastal waterways as well. This is a $2.6 million listing of mine and a great opportunity right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. Somewhere sunny and 75. All right, so we're going to go back to Thomas King here, Florida Firearms Academy. Thomas, what else are you seeing? I mean, the constant attacks on the Second Amendment, the challenging that they're doing in terms of rewording certain things and throwing things in there where it's confusing to people. But yeah, there's a solution for it. It's train, get armed, learn how to properly load, hold, aim, and shoot a firearm.
Right, and that's the main thing that many of our members love to do. They love to just come in and stress relief. If you're a competition shooter, sport shooter, or you need to train for home defense, I'd highly suggest you take some training somewhere. If we're the closest to you, come out and see us at Florida Firearms Academy at ffatampa.com. You can sign up for any of our 40 different types of classes there.
FFAtampa.com, also 221-FIRE, 221-FIRE. Talk a little bit, too, about the censorship that's going on. I mean, they're seeing it with the former president bringing suit against big tech, but in certain industries, I was just talking to another friend that's in a different industry, and in the industry of testosterone replacement type thing, but there's censorship going on, especially in your industry.
It is so overwhelming. It's scary because they just don't like on social media. Like anything I post, 99% of the time it's going to get rejected. I posted a video on that page of me at a banquet at a golf club winning the Citizen of the Year awards from our mayor, and they rejected that video.
Wow.
I didn't say anything about fire ammo or nothing. And I even have it on video that they rejected. I filmed it because it's just outstanding what they do against myself and my web or Facebook page. But we try to do fun stuff on there. So the more that I post, some will go through and some won't. So it's kind of scary.
Join the suit. I think there's thousands and thousands of companies now that have joined the suit. With censoring, but it's
without
it's
the Second Amendment, I guarantee you there won't be a First Amendment. You won't have rights of religion. You won't have any rights of your house, your property. Right. That Second Amendment is there for you to protect it, and it won't be for people until that is all taken away to realize how important the Second Amendment really is.
Yeah, it's just plain ignorance if people don't understand that, they don't get that, and they say that the guns are the problem, and they sue the gun manufacturer.
And that's what they're doing.
It's crazy. Yeah, even I think there was a case in California. Have you followed that?
Well, they sued. I think it was it Remington for the shooting out. What was that, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago? And the manufacturers. If you can go after the manufacturers,
that's so ridiculous.
How is that even possible? For every accident that you're in, you can go after Toyota or Ford or it just opens a slippery slope to so many other lawsuits. So.
Yeah. Well, California's backwards anyways out there. I hope Larry Elder wins that recall election.
He's an amazing guy, so smart. And I did get to meet him in person. And the guy is so personable and will just sit down and talk to you just like any other person out there. Amazing guy.
He's super great. And just while we're on the topic of crime and the whole racism type thing, and he's got some of the best answers to that. And it's basically the family.
Uncle Tom, right?
Yeah, he did the Uncle Tom movie. I mean,
that.
he's dedicated his life to setting this record straight. I mean, if you look at families, and even Obama said this, that families that don't have a father figure in the home, they're going to be more likely to have crime, X percentage rate of crime and incarceration and those type of failure to graduate rates, etc. So anyways, without going down too much of a bunny trail, he really breaks down the numbers. And the problem is, I think it was 1965, the average African-American home had 24% single parent rate. Now it's 74% or 76%. So 3/4 of the households don't have the father figure who back in our day would spank our butts, to put it politely, and that type of thing. Nowadays that's kind of gone away.
It's easier to join into a gang than at that time.
Exactly, because you're looking for that extra that extra piece that you're missing that mom can't give you or whoever at home can't give you, because they're more of that
the parental guidance.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the challenging situation there. So hopefully Larry Elder wins that recall election in California. So let's switch gears also. So Kathy McGuire, vocalformedia.com. You've got this awesome event coming up benefiting Canine Heroes for our heroes. A lot of veterans out there in our listening audience. Friday, August 27th, Tampa Bay Brewing Company in Tampa Bay. Going to be a fun event.
No, it's Wild River Brewing Company.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yes, Wild River Brewing Company.
Okay.
Yeah, that's over in the West Chase area.
There's actually a huge event room in the back.
Yeah, it is. I didn't even know.
A lot of people go there and
concerts there.
They have concerts and
Wild
everything.
River Brewing Company. Awesome.
Amazing place.
A night with 007.com. So it's going to be a fun time, 007 themed, raising money for a good cause.
I mean, if you're a conservative, why would you not come to a James Bond event?
Yeah.
He was about freedom. He was about, he really was. Everything about James Bond was really about freedom of speech, everything. Yeah. It was to live your life.
And Jen's she's the one with the charity out there. We had Jen on the show. She was my guest. Amazing. And her charity is... What was her charity?
Canine Heroes for our heroes.
Yep.
Providing comfort animals to veterans and first responders as well.
So
awesome.
It's a win-win.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. All right, coming up, we got Brandon Faust in the house, Mold Zero in studio, as well as our feel-good story of the day. Man's free lawn mowing service is growing at an overwhelming rate. Pretty cool story here. 16 states now. It's a pretty cool story. That'll be our feel-good story when we come back. Stay with us.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Cleaning Commandos here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cleaning Commandos are hiring, and they're offering competitive wages, flexible hours, relaxed atmosphere, and a sign-on bonus. Reach out if you'd like a career with the Cleaning Commandos here in Tampa Bay. Info at cleaningcommandosllc.com or call 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Cleaning Commandos, Consumer Quarterback Show.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals. Giving a quick shout out to Victor and his team over at Chad Irrigation. Victor from Chad Irrigation, they did a great job on my real estate property, and they can help you out with your irrigation needs as well. If you need to access a lake or a pond, or even dig a well and just irrigate your properties, Chad Irrigation, I highly recommend them. And we like to feature our real estate listings here on the program. We've got some hot properties here in Tampa Bay, 117 14th Street in Bel Air. This is a beautiful property, $1 million listing with bay access just right at the end of the street. This is a beautiful property here in Tampa Bay at 117 14th Street in Bel Air. What a great property this is. 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,700 square feet, private pool, gourmet kitchen, jetted bathtub, and you've got a wine closet out there as well. Temperature-controlled wine closet. I think it holds like 400-something bottles of wine. Great opportunity at 117 14th in Bel Air Beach, Pinellas County. Beautiful property. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, every day we like to tell you something positive.
Tell me something good.
So that's a pretty cool story. Man's free lawn mowing service is growing at an overwhelming rate. A New Jersey man. So he started this business. He started this after he got laid off due to the pandemic, the Chinese pandemic here. 16 states, including California, Colorado, and the Carolinas, have now expanded into those states. And he goes on to say that he started the website iwanttomowyourlawn.com. And he's doing it for free. This is volunteers are registering to volunteer for the free yard care, and it's helping out elderly. It's helping out those that can't get out and do it. And he's looking for volunteers. You can also go to the website to volunteer. And what started in a few counties in New Jersey has expanded to 16 states, and it's a little overwhelming but inspiring. Quoted Schwartz said, and just to know that I'm making a difference. And the number of clients in need is outpacing the number of volunteers. We're going through growing pains. There's a ton of new leads coming in every day. So pretty cool story right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got B. Faust back in the house.
All right, good times with Brandon Rhymes.
There we go. Yes, sir. So back in studio, man. What's new on your end?
Oh, we're busy. It's pretty crazy, just the amount of work that we have, trying to keep up with it. Obviously we're having a bit of a labor issue.
Yes.
Prices on labor going up, and being able to make it all happen, make ends meet with the jobs and the actual number of people that you need to do the jobs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're fortunate to be able to work, and we're fortunate to be able to help people. That's one thing that stands out just with that feel-good story.
Yeah.
Just how important it is that we're able to actually make a difference in people's lives. It's really sort of the driving force of everything that we do. If you're not servicing somebody, if you're not helping somebody, it just doesn't feel the same. So that's really what I try to push forward with the guys at Mold Zero.
Right.
We're here to save people's lives and make a difference.
Adding value to people's lives. The health concerns that people have, sometimes it's misdiagnosed. They don't know what's going on. It actually ends up being the house.
Absolutely.
Causing people to get sick.
I mean, this is something that is, I think, really in its infancy stage in terms of the recognition that environmental toxins can have such an impact on people's overall well-being.
Yeah.
And just understanding that there are different types of mold, because what people know about is toxic mold. They know about black mold.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that you actually have 3 different categories of mold: allergenic, pathogenic, or toxic. And pretty much every growth that you see that's organic is going to fall into one of those categories.
Yeah.
So allergenic, just the sort of least concerning, if you will.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about headaches, joint aches, respiratory issues, difficulty breathing. It can cause triggers for people that have asthma. It can result in rashes, just the same type of thing that you would get from an allergic reaction.
Yep.
Because what's basically occurring is that the spores that you're breathing in, it's a foreign invader coming into the body, and the body is going to release a histamine to fight back against it, which results in inflammation. Well, that's swelling, and that can lead to all kinds of physical issues. And that's just the allergenic end of it.
Yeah, so allergenic, you said pathogenic?
Pathogenic is the disease-causing types. So you have a very common mold here in Florida, Aspergillus penicillium, which comes from humidity. It's a humidity-driven mold.
Wow.
So it can start growing at 65%. So you don't really want to go over 61% on the humidity, but it's somewhere in that zone. Humidity is such a crucial element to mold growth. It's water in the air in a vapor form. So what will occur is the guys that go out of town for any length of time, they have their AC set at a certain temperature, and that humidity gets too high, and you can actually start having growth on furniture. It can start growing on luggage. It can start growing on leather shoes. It can start even growing on
punching bags.
Punching bags like at your house? Absolutely.
In my office, yeah. Or my workout room.
Absolutely. It can start. And, they'll get home and they'll see all this white and green fuzz, and they'll try to clean it just like a traditional cleaning.
Right.
But they don't realize they're actually aerosolizing colonized mold. They're basically making those spores go airborne. And at the same time, that particular mold releases a gas that is toxic.
Wow.
So, and that has links to dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, even cancer. So that's the pathogenic mold. And then you get into the toxic type, which is the Stachybotrys or the Chaetomium, Fusarium. These are molds that are going to release even more intense toxic gas.
Is that where you hear black mold too?
That's the black mold. Stachybotrys is the actual technical term for black mold, just due to its characteristics, what it looks like. It's like an oily sort of black velvet, if you will, when it's wet. And when it's dry, it almost looks like a black chalk.
Okay.
So what can happen with that black mold, I mean, it's actually been harvested and germinated specifically where the gas has been contained and used in chemical warfare.
Wow.
So that T2 has actually been used by various governments in chemical warfare, biological warfare.
Wow.
So it's not something to mess around with. It will absolutely, it can make you really sick. So
that's crazy.
It's vital that people do understand there really is no particular mold that's a good mold in your home, and it's not to be alarmist about it. It's just, look, you should know, because if you're seeing it on your vents, if you're seeing it in your ducts, and somebody's like, oh, that's no big deal, hey, you want to look into it, you want to do something about it, to just jump on it so you're ahead of the game.
We're talking with Brandon Faust here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, moldzero.com, moldzero.com. So he also has sister companies as well, vertically integrated, which I thought was really cool, very smart for you guys to do that. So, for example, if you hear some of these different advertisements about getting rained out or whatever types of scenarios, water disaster relief type of thing. So that's a real thing. People have a hole in their roof. They couldn't get to fixing it. They try to tarp it, and then they have penetration. So that's another one of your companies as well.
Absolutely. That's Flood Zero. So that's the emergency dry out. And it's really a division of Mold Zero. We have a number of our technicians, that myself included, that are trained by the Institute for Inspections, Restoration, Cleaning Certification, IICRC. And we basically will go in there and dry out a home using dehumidifiers, fans, axial fans, etc., to make sure that you don't wind up with mold. If you jump on it fast enough, you can actually prevent it. But mold can start growing within 24 to 48 hours. It's fast.
Yeah.
I was at a client's house doing a mold inspection looking through. It was actually a free environmental consultation, just going through their home, looking at everything. Gave them my card. They went on a trip for 8 days, came home, and they had an inch of water in their home, and basically within 48 hours they had mold on all kinds of their cabinets, etc. So
Wow.
it really made the situation that much worse. So it's a fast growing organism that all it needs is water, nutrients, and oxygen. So we really do want to jump on any sort of emergency flood issues really rapidly.
Yeah.
So that's why we have Flood Zero, to make sure that we can dry somebody out before the mold hits.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know we're kind of have similar views on things happening as far as some of the stuff that's going on. DeSantis came out with a quote. I want to play this clip here for the folks out there. This is a 18-second clip from DeSantis.
And I just want to say, in Florida, there will be no lockdowns. There will be no school closures. There will be no restrictions and no mandates in the state of Florida.
So that was a clip from Charlie Kirk's show. But yeah, no mandates. That's such a big topic, and people right now are they're just, I believe, we're fed up with a lot of the control, the overreach of government.
It's an interesting point. I don't really like talking politics and things like that on the air, but I think that freedom is such a crucial element to the United States of America, right? And if you just get back to the fundamental document that kind of created this nation, it's the Constitution, and it's the amendments, and it's those rights that we have as Americans, and the right to choose. If somebody wants to get vaccinated, that's their choice. If somebody wants to carry a firearm or not, that's their choice. But these are things that are in the U.S. Constitution, in terms of maybe not the vaccination aspect of it, because whoever thought it would come to that, right? But the right to choose, right? The right to speak your mind, to speak freely. And hopefully that doesn't lean over into the realm of the right to tell lies that are, trying to convince somebody of something that's not. I mean, people do it, and you have a right to have your opinions, but hopefully people will stick to the truth, and the science, and not try to alter science. It's a propaganda game. So, but obviously we're in Florida, and I'm very happy that we're here in Florida. It is the land of the free right now, and I hope that we set an example for the rest of the 50 states in terms of the right to choose.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. It's people want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. And then there's some people that don't. But unfortunately, there's companies and even government entities now forcing people to take jabs and to do these things. It's just, to me, it's just unbelievable to have that type of a mandate, just strictly a mandate to wear these things.
Well, I can tell you right now that will never happen at Mold Zero. We will never mandate it. Right. So if people are in a position where they are not able to work because they have chosen not to go that route, they will always have an opportunity to apply at Mold Zero. We're looking for people that are honest, good working people that, care, believe in their product, want to have pride in their product. But if a person wants to do it, that's their choice as well. So it's just a matter of kind of instilling American values at the end of the day, and making sure that people have a right to choose.
Yep, absolutely. And it's very similar too right now. It's somewhat controversial as well with the moratorium, with the foreclosure moratorium. Let's say I'm a small business owner. I've worked my butt off my life. I retired. I've got 7, 8, 9, 10 properties I'm drawing income from. I need that income to pay my mortgages, to pay my grocery bills, to pay, the American dream, a small business owner, right? And then on the flip side, people say, well, these people, they have to live somewhere, that, the vaccine or the Chinese coronavirus affected everybody. But there's also been a lot of government giveaways too, government programs, free money handouts. But at some point, we have to cut it off. At some point, we got to say, hey, find a new job, start a lawn mowing service. Look at the story we just talked about. The guy started a lawn service and blew it up,
Yeah, I'm never going to subscribe to some sort of doctrine that, we're victims. I've heard so many stories of people that were in hardship, or they've been in a difficult scenario.
That's right.
And they fought their way through. They made it, they made it out somehow, some way.
That's right.
And if you're willing to be industrious, if you're willing to learn, if you're willing to study, whether that's reading something or watching YouTube videos or figuring out how to do it, You know,
That's right.
there are ways to actually really step up.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
not a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness.
That's 100%.
That's it, man.
True.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate you coming in.
You got it.
Check out moldzero.com, moldzero.com. And also thanks to Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, Kathleen McGuire as well. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, do something kind for one another, and be a force for good in the community. We'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.